We started off at 172, and just like that, we are down to 7. A lucky number, but who is the luck going to be for in this next match? Is it going to be for Duncan or Ty? Which one are we going to have? Is Team Heron going to continue to fly throughout the rest of this tournament? I see them over there handing out signs at this point, getting more folks energized, getting them pumped, about to make some noise.
Rallying the siege.
So, as I said before, Duncan and Ty, not only no stranger to being in top 8, but no stranger to playing each other. Played each other in Upbeat, were evenly seated. They are friends, rivals at the same time, play each other on a regular basis. So we should expect a really, 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 really good match between these two.
Yep. Both of these guys have been playing at their best, both having impressive wins. Duncan taking out Evil Dave.
Nuts.
The TO, the 3 seed.
And a 2-0 at that.
13th seed.
Like 2-0'd them clean at that.
Really, really well done. Ty had a really big win over Anson, who had a really big win over Paranoia Boy. So by the distributive property also beat Paranoia Boy. That's how that works.
That makes sense. You know what?
I beat everybody.
I trust you. I'm not going to check the math on that.
I appreciate that.
And something to note about Duncan. Duncan got knocked down to losers pretty early in this top 24, so he has been working his way through the losers. So, as we like to talk about, you never really want to go down that early in these types of tournaments, just because you have so much work ahead of you. You can just see the mountain ahead of you, but Duncan is choosing to climb that mountain, showing no fear, and honestly just playing, I want to say, better than I've ever seen him lately. Like, it's kind of unreal how much he's kind of leveled up in just the last time I've seen him.
Yeah, Duncan looking for his 4th knockout of the tournament. He lost in his first round of match, but has been cleaning house ever since. Took down MDX, took down Chesmix, took down Evil Dave. Now is looking to take down Ty, which would be a heck of a killing spree for anyone.
Man is fragging his way to top 8 and beyond, hopefully. But that's only if Ty doesn't put up enough work, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to have a great match. Yep. Anything can happen, chat. Let's go.
Starting off with New Millennium Expert, like the recent spate of new X songs. Very gimmicky, lots of stops, tons of soft land. Big knowledge check from both players, big foot speed check for both players. Both players seem pretty comfortable so far with the stops. Ty picking up a big early lead, 17 EX, up 3 on his pacemaker. Broken gold combo from Duncan. Ty keeping it strong.
All right, at the freeze, Duncan up. Ty up by 22.
My goodness.
Both of them nailed the slowdown beautifully. As we go into this stream section right here.
This groove is almighty.
I didn't see one perfect in that section from either one. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Here we go.
One big finish stands between Ty and Gold. And he gets it. TY $sign brings the money onto New Millennium Expert PFC 17.
Look at
31.
that. And a PB at that. A new record on top of that.
First PFC says the card. Duncan 46-3 and a miss. My goodness.
Huge. Even Duncan is like, yo, that was crazy, dude. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah, that is pretty monstrous. Now we're moving on to noted rhythm game song, Megalovania by Toby Fox.
Yes. At this point, a rhythm game staple as it is in, I'd say almost every rhythm game now at this point. There's some that it isn't in.
It's everywhere. All right, Megalovania challenge. A lot of shock arrows. Very, very technical song. As speaking of technical, Duncan smashing the cursed button. Lots of shock arrows, some crossovers, lots of jumps, tempo changes. It is a lot.
It is a lot by design. For those of you who have played the Undertale game, I'm not going to spoil anything, but to achieve the conditions to even unlock this song is a lot. And then when you face it, it is the game's greatest challenge. So translate that to knowing how Bemani games normally like to pay homage to their sources. We're going to see something greatly similar here. So you are in for a wild ride if you've never seen this chart. Those of you who are, you know what's about to happen. Either way, great DDRs, some good DDRs about to happen. We have a massive crowd standing right here behind us. Yo, look, he has a 35 BFC. That's pretty nuts.
That's really good. Ty has a 996 showing, or 995, excuse me, showing on his card.
Here we go, chat.
Both players crushing the intro shock arrows.
Oh my God, legends. All right, so as I mentioned before, shock arrows, for those of you who aren't familiar, they are arrows that you do not step on. If you do, you will get a nasty surprise. That surprise being a miss, and also the dimming of the screen for at least a half of a measure, which can be catastrophic in songs like this because you may end up missing even more arrows on top of it. So it can really snowball out of your favor if you land on one. Both of these players showing that they know the chart really well, avoiding the shock arrows. Ooh, at that dense part too. Duncan taking a 15-point lead. Taking up a miss, but still maintaining the lead.
Super clean. Ty hanging in there, picking up the occasional miss here and there, but Duncan too clean on the chart that he has the PFC on.
All right, to the slowdown. 20-point difference. After the slowdown, we're going to speed right back up.
Just crossovers everywhere. It's like every measure you're doing at least one crossover, it feels like. And if you're not doing that, you're doing step jumps. Duncan pulling ahead by a really, really chonky 35 EX lead. Ty looking a little bit gassed.
All right, Duncan fires back. The Team Heron pop-off over there. We are 1-1, a breadstick apiece.
Oh my goodness, 25 perfects from Dunk.
He does have the PFC, so that makes sense, but
That is
man, just to see
clean.
that happen live, it still defies belief.
Clean,
that chart is so nuts.
All right, well, we are moving on to Sick Expert, the leftover song from the card draw. Duncan vetoing Elemental Creation, Ty vetoing Trip Machine Evolution Challenge. So we get more tempo changes, more soft land, more tricky rhythms. Sick is a pretty complicated chart. It is a 16, so we're gonna have way fewer arrows, way less density, less of a stamina check, but only a little bit less of a technique check.
Yeah, it's we saw this a couple times before throughout this bracket, especially on this side of the stream. It is a fairly technical chart. You are going to have to deal with the BPM changes throughout this. And those BPM changes, they can make or break you, as it's really easy to rush some of the patterns coming out of them.
Yeah.
So, as we look at the
11 to
record,
14.
3 perfect difference in personal best between the two. This is going to be absolutely insane to watch. Chat, someone is moving on in the tournament. The other one is going to go ahead and join the audience and watch the remainder of the tournament. We have these homies, we have these bros. They hug it out one last time. We clock in, we locked in. Chat, some good DDR is about to happen. Let's get this.
About to begin.
The winner moves on to top 6. The loser goes home as top 8. Of course, the real prize is being able to take on Chrono after this. If Duncan wins, actually, it'll be Duncan versus Chrono, the rematch.
Ooh, you're right.
But before that happens, we got a song to play. Ty rocking the white combo. Duncan with 2 coming into the first run. Duncan pulling ahead after that big run into the slowdown.
All right, 1 point difference. This is anyone's game, anyone's game. Oh no, Ty picked up a miss. Giving Duncan a 3-point lead.
Again, the lead's just staying within 4, basically, and trading back and forth.
400 combo.
Duncan picked up a couple of perfects during that free section, so we are 1 point difference. Chat, tap in.
Oh my gosh. Little Ty dropping another miss in there. I mean, game of inches right here. Game of milliseconds. Oh my gosh, they're tied. Oh my gosh. Duncan by 1! Are you kidding me? Duncan takes top 6. Team Heron flying high. 21 perfects and a miss, 19 perfects and 2 misses for Ty. The crowd chanting it up. Ty graciously cheering for his opponent. Duncan trying to counter chant for Ty. You love the sportsmanship on that. Holy moly.
My gosh! Pulled it out at the last second.
And again, that whole song, the lead was never higher than like 6 EX.
No, not at all. And it was just trading perfects back and forth. They were both tapped in, and it just so happened that, like, I was sitting here, I was clutching this man's shoulders like, are we going to get a tie? Are we going to get a tie? Is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? But he eked it out by 1 point. So, Duncan, Team Heron is going to move on into the loser side of the bracket. Ty, unfortunately, is going to go out tied at 7 with Pakrov. Chat, let me see you push some buttons right now for some of that good DDR for Ty. Let's make some noise for the boy.